Testing microphone 1, 2. Yeah, how's it going? Biff back with you again this morning. A little short, quick Sunday stream. Um, my daughter's going to be waking up here shortly, I think. She was up late last night. We got home from church and she doesn't have school tomorrow. Well, today. Last night she didn't have school. Today, so in that situation, we let her stay up a little late. We watched a movie. She was up until after like 9. And her normal bedtime, like on school nights, her normal bedtime's like 7 to 8, 7:30 to 8, somewhere in that neighborhood. So she was up way past her regular bedtime, but she likes to, get to stay up late. So, so I hope she sleeps in. I hear her moving around a little bit. Maybe she just went to the bathroom or something, but I hear her moving around on the monitor a little bit. So I'll have to wait and see what happens. I've been working on setting up my Stream Deck hopefully a little more efficiently, because of the new overlay that I have for the Out of the Park, baseball, football manager, the new overlays I've got. I kind of want to have everything on one page, so it is redundant, but at least if I'm playing that game, everything's on one page. If I need to go to ads, if I need to just do a be right back, if I need to switch my desktop uh, to my desktop with my camera or no camera, all that stuff is all on one page. So um, hopefully it'll be a little bit better organized, even if it means that it's going to limit me to only like 7 or 8 pages um, of games that I can have. Basically, games that I have dedicated games that I know I'm going to be playing a lot, where I don't want necessarily have the camera overlaying the game window. So, but we're over here now. Let's switch over here to Steam. I haven't done any research. Maybe I should just take a few minutes to do a little bit of research. Um, Maybe after we check the queue. A summer in no. Space Hauler is a space flight sim set around Saturn's largest moon, Titan. Fly your spacecraft using related damage contracts and build your career as a pilot for hire. It's fully interactive cockpit. Interesting. I'll check it out. Yeah, we'll skip that one. Painland. AI has taken control of Earth and sees humans as a threat. Fight to survive as a resistance soldier. Sounds like a story I've heard before. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna fly amongst the litigators. Might have something to say about this one. This game, it depends. This game might get terminated. A free seasonal multiplayer warfare sandbox. Seasonal? What do you mean seasonal? Football Rising. Factory Magnet. Casual factory builder for everyone. Relic Arena. Draw Steel. Rest Area Simulator. Take over the gas station and convenience store at a roadside rest area and expand by purchasing new businesses. Manage a living world shaped by dynamic economy and random events. Upgrade your facilities, satisfy your customers, and play solo with friends and fight off the zombies. Because eventually in here somewhere, there's going to be zombies. It's got 251 very positive reviews. I gotta put out shelves myself. I gotta pick which shelves hold which products. There's many other games like this. Vending Machine Company. Start your own vending machine business. It's interesting that a lot of these games, they mimic work. They mimic work. So people come home from work and then they go to work on their game. Interesting that people will kind of do that kind of stuff. Oh, what else I was going to do? I was going to look at is there any deal? Let's see, where can I get into my thing? I haven't looked at this in a while. I think, well, since last week anyway. I used to check it every day. That's what, if you do exclamation point ITAD, it'll come up, the ITAD command. It'll come up with a, tell you a little bit about what, is there any deal? What it's, that website's kind of about. Waiting for one game specifically to come out. It's still not out yet. Let's go back over here. Let's look at the Steam library. See if there's any downloads that need to be done. Still got multi-gigabyte downloads of Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator that need to be done. This one's only a kilobyte download. Alrighty then. So where I left this yesterday. So where I left this yesterday was, I have to answer that at some point. So where I left this yesterday um, was a season runs. Hold on a second. A season runs from um, Monday through Saturday. That's the season, 162 games. And then the playoffs start. The playoffs run on Sunday. And so where we ended up yesterday, um, I don't know. With 2 games, when I went to bed last night, I'm like, going to bed, going to sleep. But with 2 games left to go in the regular season, I was 2 games behind the team that was leading our division. I was in the playoffs, already made the playoffs. Had already made the playoffs, but I was 2 games behind the team that was leading the division. And that race, that divisional race, has been neck and neck all season. It's been no more than, I think we won. And it's interesting too, because now I don't know how the game engine works underneath everything, but it's interesting because this team, maybe I should just go in, but I don't want to look at it right away to see, because it'll tell me the season's over with and everything. But um, so this team and I think Baltimore, we're Mile High Mets and they're Baltimore Bullets, I think. So this team and I were neck and neck all season long. Within, I think the biggest gap may have been 4 games at one point, but I was either in first or second, and they were either in first or second, and it was just neck and neck all the way, like from the first game month of the season. And so it came down to the last 3 games of the season. We were 3 games behind them, and our last 3 games of the season were against them. And so, even though if we won all 3 of those games and we wound up tied on our record, I think they would probably win a tiebreaker. I'm not sure what the tiebreaker is in Major League Baseball. If it's like head to head or something like that. But yeah, so last 3 games of the season, we're 3 games behind them, and our last 3 games are against them. And we won the first one, and then I went to bed. So it's very exciting, but it was also points in the season were very frustrating because I had 2 6-game losing streaks. And I'll go in now and we'll take a look at it and I'll kind of explain along the way what I'm talking about. We have to do our next simulation. So I've got 18 packs to open up at some point. We did win. We won the division. How did we do that? That can't be. We were 3 games behind with 3 games to go. No, that can't be possible. How did that happen? Interesting. I should have done a screenshot of it. 160. Oh, I bet you there was a playoff. That's how the game resolved it. There was probably a one-game playoff. Let's go to news. Um, we wound up on top of the power rankings, but I'll explain a little bit of that also. The Mile High Mets clubhouse more closely resembled a college party tonight as the team officially captured the National Conference West Division. Laughter abounded and loud music blared as players and coaches alike celebrated the accomplishment. It's not often you get to kick back and let loose with your teammates, said starting pitcher Logan Gilbert. We've earned the right to party a little bit, and then we can focus on getting it done in the playoffs. Team manager Biff Gimbel said, even the coaching staff can enjoy occasions like this. I'm proud of my guys. They deserve this. It's the first division championship for the team, and they will be seeking their first low bronze 134 championship. Now, see, so you can see here where we were, we had the highest power ranking. They were right behind us. I'll try to explain a few of the things that happened during the season. So that was June 20th, June 27th. We're still 1-1, neck and neck. Now on 2 months later, we're still top, though we had fallen. I think in that time we had fallen. Okay, so on the 25th, we celebrated that we got into the postseason, but we want to officially win the National Conference West Division and, of course, the World Series. The Mile High Mets stopped the Baltimore Bullets 4-3, and Eddie Collins collected a base hit yet again. The Mile High second baseman finished with 2 hits to run his consecutive game hitting streak to 20. I want to get a hit every time up. Of course. A visibly excited Collins told reporters after the contest, I want to get a hit every time I play. Right now, I feel like I could take the streak to 100 games. Eddie Collins grounded out in the first, flied out in the third, flied out in the fifth. And again, we wound up the regular season on top. Baltimore dropped here. But I don't know. Well, let's look at the okay, we are October 4th. This had to be, we won 9-1, 6-5, 4-3, and then this had to be a playoff game. Now it doesn't say it, but it had to be a playoff game because, like I said, we were down. A baseball season is 162 games a year. You can see all these other teams have played 162 games, but we played 163 games. So we won the last 3 games of the season to tie Baltimore, and then we won the playoff game to win the division. That's amazing. Now, something I want to explain, first of all, is this number right here. Now, my understanding is that there is a calculation, part of sabermetrics, that Bill James figured out. So basically, there's a mean, like an average. And certain things can, what Bill James, the father of sabermetrics, figured out, I guess, the closest thing that can calculate the mean for a baseball team's record is runs scored squared divided by runs scored squared plus runs allowed squared. So that formula will then give you a percentage, a winning percentage. And right here, the winning percentage, this winning percentage is 595. It doesn't show you the winning percentage. I'd like to see that over here. It's called the Pythagorean calculation. So what the Pythagorean calculation says is that, so basically, if your winning percentage after that calculation is done is higher than that Pythagorean calculation, that means that you are playing, you're overachieving, you're overperforming, either through luck or I don't know if good management is included in that type of thing, but that is let's go out here and just take a look at it. Bill James. Bill James' Pythagorean theorem, or Pythagorean expectation, is a sabermetric formula that estimates a baseball team's expected winning percentage based on runs scored and runs allowed, rather than their actual win-loss record. It reveals if a team is over or underperforming on their runs. This is interesting here. Okay, a few things to note with this theorem. It does not mean that this is how many wins you should have or losses. This is how many wins you are expected to have based on run differential. So basically, I think it means if, in my case, you can see here that our record was 97 and 66. It would have been 96 and 66, 30 games over 500, which is where we spent part of the regular season. We went from, we just kept climbing. We kept climbing. And funny because Baltimore just stayed right behind us all season long. And like I said, or it flipped a game or two where they would be on top for a game or two, and then we'd be back on top. They'd be back on top. But what this means is that apparently is that, let's go back over here. It doesn't mean this is how many wins you should have. This is how many wins you are expected to have based on run differential. So Here is run differential. So we have scored 88 more runs than we've allowed. So based on that, this number is lowish. So based on that, I guess based on the run scored squared, and they actually say it's not even squared. It's run scored and you take it to the 1.83 exponent, not 2. Because squared would be 2, but you take it to 1.83, and then you do the same with divided by runs scored to the 1.83 exponent plus runs allowed to the 1.83 exponent to get the winning percentage. And so what that's saying is that this, based on that Pythagorean theorem, my expected I wish the game wouldn't do that. I wish there was a way to turn it off. Maybe there is. I'll have to take a look. Just every time you sell a card on the card shop, that screen pops up, messes with your screen. Based on that theorem, our record is expected to be 91.72. So basically, we've overperformed and got 6 additional wins over what our expected, based on our runs scored, runs allowed, is. So basically, this would be considered the mean. Some teams have negative, some teams have positive. And I'm not sure how all of that is calculated. I should just look up Bill James and get his explanation for it instead of just a Google summary. Oh, there's a Wikipedia page. Let's go to this. Pythagorean expectation is a sports analytics formula devised by Bill James to estimate the percentage of games a baseball team should have won based on the number of runs they scored and allowed. Now, see, that's not what this guy is saying. This does not mean how many wins you should have. This is how many wins you are expected to have based on the run differential, and that makes sense because it's called Pythagorean expectation, not Pythagorean should expectation. So it's estimated the percentage of games a baseball team are expected to have won based on the number of runs they scored and allowed. Comparing a team's actual and Pythagorean winning percentage can be used to make predictions to evaluate which teams are overperforming and underperforming. The name comes from the formula's resemblance to a Pythagorean theorem. Empirically, this formula correlates fairly well with how baseball teams actually perform. However, statisticians, since the invention of this formula, found it to have a fairly routine error, generally about 3 games off. For example, the 2002 New York Yankees, I've seen this example in multiple explanations. For example, the 2002 New York Yankees scored 897 runs and allowed 697 runs. According to James' original formula, the Yankees should have finished with a winning percentage of .624. Based on a 162 game season, the 2002 Yankees should have finished 101 and 61. They actually finished 103 and 58. In efforts to fix this routine error, statisticians have performed numerous searches to find the ideal exponent. If using a single number exponent, 1.83 is the most accurate and is the one used by baseballreference.com. The updated formula therefore reads as follows. Runs scored to the 1.83 power divided by runs scored to the 1.83 power plus runs allowed but to the 1.83 power. He concluded that the exponent should be calculated from a given team's. The most widely known is the Pythagorean port, developed by Clay Davenport. Exponent equals. Yeah, I'm not that good at math. Talk about math on stream, huh? Anyway, let's go back to the game. So, anyways, in a nutshell, so basically what it's saying is that we were expected to win 91.72 games based on our run differential, that Pythagorean theorem. We actually finished 6 ahead, which is we overperformed, and it all comes out in the playoff game, right? It all comes out in the playoff game. Let's go back here. I actually want to look at the last. Let's look at the last few games here. So right here, we are 3 games behind Baltimore. And let's take a look at that that box score. I think it's ironic that we both, I mean, you can see here our records, 96 and 64, 94 and 66. We're 3 games behind. We need to win all 3 games to tie them. I think it's ironic that we're 3 games behind the team in front of us. The last 3 games of the season, we play against the team in front of us. How the game worked it out like that. Mile High Mets racked up a win at Heinsohn Park, bumping off Baltimore 9-1. Jesse Barnes and Robert Stevenson played well and pitched well. Eddie Collins continued his streak, it looks like. We had 11 hits. Like I said, I mean, we've had some games like get 2 hits, 3 hits. I'm like, our team averages 11 to 15 hits a game. What did Euclid do? Euclid got 2 hits, scored a run, got 3 RBI. Wow. That is huge for him because him and Alonso have been waffling back and forth between, first, Euclid has been playing terrible. And I mentioned this in a stream yesterday, a out of the park baseball stream, that Euclid has been playing terrible. And they're like, I told them, well, let's go back a little bit. Let me go back a little bit. Okay. I'm not sure here. Let's look at this one. Yeah, this one right here, I'm 21 games above 500. Okay. We win 7-6. We got 13 hits. And we won this game. So now we come back here. We start here. And So we're 21 games above 500, and then we start this. We have a day off, and we start this 3-day. Is it a homestand? Yeah, we're at home, and we are 20 games at this point. We're 20 games above 500. No, this is actually going into this game. Yeah, we're 20 games above 500. This win puts us 21 games above 500. So going into this game, we're 21 games above 500. We play against the supermassive black hole. There's 7 games over 500. Yeah, there's 7 games over. We're 20 games over. Just work this out in my head. The numbers just don't. Doing math on stream again. Anyway, so we're way over 500. They come into our place and they beat us 4-1. Okay. We get 6 hits. Our normal hit production is like 10 to 15. It happens. Who was pitching? Gore lost the game. He pitched 5.1 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. Okay. And then we proceeded to lose 3 games at home to supermassive black hole. We had 4 days off, and then we go to their place. And now we are 17 games above 500. And we lose 3 games in a row against them. So a 6-game losing streak. I did some research. At this point, I couldn't find any other team that had like more than a 4-game losing streak. And I'm like, is the game trying to bring us back to that mean, that average? Because the game's like, you're really overperforming. Got to kind of pull you back to where you belong. Anyways, that's what I thought. Then comes September. We are 30 games over 500. And now people are probably looking at this going, what are you complaining about? I'm not complaining. I'm just observing what might be happening here. I don't know if it is, but so we're 30 games above 500 playing against a team that is 4 games under 500. No, we're playing against a team that is 11 games over 500. We're 30 games over 500. They're 11 games over. And we're playing at their place, and we lose 3 in a row. Then we have a day off, and we go to Port Hope Steelers. We are, at this point, we are 26 games over 500. They are 10 games under 500. We had 7 hits. They had 13. We lose those 3 games in a row. So that is 2 6-game losing streaks. And at each point, when those losing streaks happened, we were like 5 or 6 games over that Pythagorean number. And I feel like the game's just trying to rein us in. Oh, you're doing too good. Got to pull you back a little bit. And I was getting really, really frustrated. Really frustrated. We definitely had the dominant team in these matches. And the game was just reining us in. That's how I feel anyway. And so then we come down to the Baltimore one. We're looking at this one again. This game we had 11 hits. They had 5. We had a dominant performance. Euclid had a good game, which is really good to see. Alonso might have been cold at the time. Like I said, after this game, I went to bed. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm going to sleep. So that was that game. And then we had the second game of the series. I haven't even seen these. So Euclid walked 3 times. That's good because he's the Greek god of walks, is what they call him. Alonso had an okay game. We had 11 hits. They had 10 hits. We won the game 6-5. Ed Roush left his imprint on the 6-5. On the 6-5 Mile High win against Baltimore Bullets. Roush went 3 for 3 with 3 singles and a walk. He drove in 4 runs, scored once. Mile High now sits at 95 and 66, while Baltimore falls to 96 and 65. So I want to go back to the other one. Yeah, it lifts our record. So I want to go back to this one. Okay, at this point, we are 93 and 66. And Baltimore is 96 and 64. So we are, this is after the game, I believe. So I don't know why they do this, but this is after this game, which we won 9-1. This is the records of the teams after this game. We were 93 and 66. They were 96 and 63 before this game. We were 3 games behind. We saw that one. Now we're within 1 game. The Baltimore has performed pitcher George Klassen, but the Mile High Mets still won the game 4-3. Klassen threw 6.1 innings, allowing 3 runs. The Bullets now 96 and 66 have lost 4 straight. The decisive blow was delivered by Will Benson, the bottom of the 11th, when he hit its run-scoring double off 21-year-old right-handed pitcher Didier Fuentes to win the game for Mile High. So now our records are tied. And Euclid had an okay game, I guess. Alonso didn't have a good game again. He was probably frosty. And then this is the playoff game. And we finished 1 game ahead of them, 97 and 66 to 96 and 67. Euclid didn't have a great game. We only had 7 hits in the game. It was a pitcher's duel. Even though we won 5. Yeah, I want to see this. What happened in our batting? Because we only had 7 hits. Yeah, this guy, right? They don't mention him. First place Mets won 5 in a row. Logan Gilbert pitched like a boss. 6'6" right-hander allowed no runs on 3 hits in 8 innings. I warned the team before the game. Losing manager Spaditsky told reporters that I'm wearing the same pair of undies until we win. That's funny. Okay, this guy right here. I put him in as a replacement for, I forget now who I put him in for. But if you look at here, he is just awesome in the infield. Ozzy Bluge. You can see here he had a great game. 4 at-bats, 1 run, 4 hits, 3 RBI. Did he hit a homer? Let's see. Collins had his 37th double of the season in the 3rd inning. Bluge had 2 doubles, 6 for the season in the 3rd inning. 3 on, 2 outs. Wow, clutch hitting. He hit a double in the third inning off of Fried. 3 on and 2 outs. I might look at the highlights of this after we open some packs. But so, anyways, we won the league in spite of having two 6-game losing streaks. So the playoffs begin shortly. Let's see. We've won 5 in a row. Let's see if anybody else has where anybody else is. We won 5 in a row. The Cats have won 5 in a row. The Cubs have won 5 in a row, or 4 in a row. Sorry for the cough. Hey, Blessed. How's it going? I hope you haven't been sitting there for too long. A couple minutes. Yeah, so we do have some momentum going for us, but that's not necessarily doesn't necessarily mean anything. Okay, let's open some cards so I can see if maybe I can get some cards that I can add into my team to and submit a team. First, though, real quick, I want to look and see how many points I might have got from my PT Live yesterday. 182. These guys performed well for me. Cabrera got 21. I don't even know if these guys pitch. That's the thing with pitchers is you don't know. A lot of the position players are regular starters, but pitchers, they might have had to. This guy might have felt something in his twinge in his calf or something before the game, so he didn't pitch. And then these guys were relievers, so they just didn't get called on to relieve. Yeah, Liam Hicks kind of dropped off a little bit. Up here, he got a few days ago, he got me 76 points. Then it dropped to 7, went back up to 33 yesterday, nothing. Or the day before yesterday, nothing. Yesterday, 3. Who's my best performer? Josh Jung, who again, you know, kind of out of nowhere this week. How about Abrams? 30, 19, 0, 69. He had 69 on this day. So my biggest day of the week was this one. Andy Pages got me 199. He got me 37 yesterday. So let's see. 452. I wound up being with 182 points. I was tied for 1,253rd place. This week, I'm tied for 9,916th place, but I do have 1,270 perfect points. So that's nice to see. And then this month, tied for 870th place with 1,900. And all time, I'm tied for 2,810th place with 2,673. So when the game is released, I'm sure people start doing this right away on opening day. I don't know if this includes preseason games, but yeah, people start doing this right away. So I've got 3 hours to set my daily submission for this. So we'll take a look at that later. But I do want to open up some packs. The playoffs do start. Now, let's see, I got my historical pack. So I think later today, when it flips over, I'm gonna get two standard packs, and tomorrow I'll get a silver, two standard packs. The next day, silver pack, two standard packs, and then at the end of the week, a diamond pack. I still can't believe this. I went to bed last night. I knew we had to win 3 games in a row to tie them, but I wasn't sure how the tiebreaker worked. Yeah, it's it's pretty interesting. I think the last I think the last I think last year in my Torquay save, I won the league by like I had what, 27, 28 point lead or something. I won with like 5 games to go, something like that. 6 games to go, I think it was. I had won the league. Um, but yeah, this one came right down to the wire to win the division. Um, Now whether I can do this in the playoffs remains to be seen. But like I said, when I went to bed last night, we were 2 games back with 2 games to go, and I wasn't sure how they were going to resolve the tie. If we won the last 2 games, then we would be tied, and I wasn't sure how they're going to resolve it. So it reminds me of a story, a quick story. It is where is I don't even see it here. The Pinehurst Congressional. Where's Congressional? Hmm. Okay, I have to find that. I don't know where it is. Interesting. Anyways, I used to play this game. I used to play in online tournaments. It's a golf game. I used to play in online tournaments back when the internet was like 14,400 kilobits per second. Um, sure, all they were doing, all the scientists around the world were doing, was trying to they were trying to speed up the internet. And I don't know where it is, but I've got the Congressional Golf Course. I mean, there's the game came with golf courses, Valderrama, Pinehurst, Pelican Hill, Oakland Hills, Valhalla, Torrey Pines, Castle Pines. Um, I played all of them. Pebble Beach was in there. Yeah, Pebble Beach, that was a big one. Where's the other one? There was one in Los Angeles too, Riviera. I played all of them, but in one match that I was playing, um, we were playing we were playing 9 holes only. I think we were playing the back 9, on Congressional. It was only a 9-hole match though, from what I can remember. It might have been 18, but from what I can remember, it was 9 holes. And on the tee, on the 16th, I was 3 strokes back on the tee. And my tee shot went over the green in the back. And I'm like, that's it, I'm done. I mean, I had a chance. If I birdied every hole, I had a chance to come back. But I'm like, that's it, I'm done. I'm going to quit. And then I just thought to myself, no, I'm not going to quit. I'm just going to keep going. I don't want to quit. I want to just keep going. And so I wound up birdieing the hole. I don't know if I got a great chip shot, and it might have been a par 4. Got a great chip shot. I don't remember. But anyways, I wound up birdieing the hole. So then I get to the 17th. The reason I remember the 16th specifically is because I remember I was 3 shots back, and I remember I hit the ball past the green into the little fringe. It was like almost in line with the pin, but on the fringe, the back of the green. So that's why I remember that specific shot. But then I remember also, I was thinking about quitting. That's it. There's no way I'm going to birdie this hole. I have to birdie it to stay in the match. I'm just going to, what's the word? Concede. I'm just going to concede. And so I'm like, no, I changed my mind. I'm not going to concede. I don't want to concede. Let's just play it out. If I lose, I lose. So anyways, I birdied that hole. I birdied 17. I birdied 18. And my opponent parred all 3. So I came back from 3 shots back to draw the match. And then we went into a playoff. And I won the first hole of the playoff. And I was like, I'm never quitting anything ever again. Because yeah, like that was just one of the best comebacks in sports all time. Let's see. So my team rank did go up. Oh, let me go back here. Sorry. Oh, that's why that's happening. I need to change this to okay. There we go. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. She has one of the best. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. It's just like it came out of nowhere. And I'll probably never forget this too. And if we go on to win the World Series for this season, for this level, then I probably will never forget that either. So let's go here. No. I know there's a way to see well, let's look at postseason coverage. Oh, so we get a bye in the first round. So it's Baltimore against Pittsfield. So I wonder if we're playing it. I would think we're playing at home then also, right? think we're playing at home. That's the one I was looking for, the action menu. So, so we're at home. So we'd have to win 1, 2, 3 series. These guys are the hottest team in the league, I think. I'll have to look at that. But let's go back and just open some packs. I got to get working on that. Let's just open some packs. And I'm not gonna sell anything right now. Let's just go through them so I can start working on my other stuff. Got a silver. Anthony Santander, right field. Another silver. Jesse Haynes. 2 silver. How about a diamond? High silver. Mid-tier silver. Getting a lot of bronze and iron. Got another diamond. Standard pack. Got a gold. High gold. Not bad. Matt Chapman. I don't think he's going to come in, though. Ozzy. I think Ozzy is our starting. A lot of these older players, man, they were so versatile. They could play multiple positions extremely well. Their bats weren't necessarily that great, but they could play multiple positions extremely well. Got silver. Another silver. It's a high silver. Another silver. Low silver. Oh, we got silver packs now. 2 silver. Hi-yo silver. Jeff McNeil. I've got him, but I'm not sure if this might be an upgraded card of his because they actually upgrade cards and downgrade them. So this might be his card based on, this might be his latest card. It is a duplicate, so I might already have this card, but they do upgrade and downgrade cards based on players' performances, especially the live cards. This is an MLB live card. This one I don't think they would upgrade or downgrade. Two silver. I've gotten what? 1 gold? High silver. Here's the gold. High gold. 82. Three silver. Got a high silver. Two silver. No diamonds. I got a gold pack coming up. Historical gold. Jim Dick. No more packs. So let's see if any of this helps my team. So what I do right after so I'm allowed 26 players on my active roster and 174 players. So a total of 200, 174 players on my reserve roster. So what I do is I come in here and make sure that I've got everything set so that I see all the cards that I have. I don't have any filters on. All card types, all tiers, all players. I'm looking at active, reserve, and inactive, but I only want to look at reserve. So we're going to sort by this. So since I'm not sure how many packs I just opened. I opened about 100 cards worth of packs. I just come in here and I inactivate all the bronze ones, at least. So I tag them and then I click on deactivate all tag cards and then I click, yeah, deactivate. So now my roster, my reserve roster is at 155, so I do have some room left for them. But now what I want to do is come up here and look at my inactive cards. Now I also look, let's say I want to activate some of these cards. Now, if you're searching for a player, for your team, what you do is you just come in here and you go, I want to look at all my cards. So right now I've got 1,692 cards. And I just want to search all of them to find, if there's a pitcher I'm looking for, if there's a position player I'm looking for, these are all the cards that I have. Now, I can also click over here and say I want to look at only duplicates. So these are all the duplicate cards that I have. So a lot of those cards that I just picked were duplicates. So I'm not going to sell those right now. I'll probably do that sometime later. You can see that 5 of them are on my reserve roster. The rest of these are on my inactive roster, but they're all duplicates. So if you just mouse over, the upper right-hand corner, it says duplicate. There's the Jeff McNeil card. That's a duplicate. So I can sell these because they're basically just to sell. So if I come up here to Whitey Lockman, create a sell order for the card. There's no offers. Nobody's offering to buy it, but there is a sell order if somebody wants it at some point. I can just go 107 because that'll be the average price. And psychologically, I think people look at this and they go, selling for 107. Yeah, that's the average sales price over the last 10 sales. So I'll go ahead and buy it. I think it's a psychological thing, actually. Let's see, Jeff McNeil. You've got these top buy orders here. You got sell orders here. I'd probably go, 388. Look at my card in the market. These are my card orders. I don't have any buy orders. I just have sell orders. So, and then you can also look over here at your history. I'm gonna create a sell order, I open a card pack. It tells you what cards you got out of there. These are all the card packs I opened. So I'm gonna have a little snack. I probably missed. Ad break start in 19 minutes, so I'm gonna take a break when that comes up. Oh, my daughter's up and moving around. So let's go into our so I think I'm going to go in and add those other I mean, I don't have to add them. I don't have to add them, but you can also hide duplicates. Let's take off so these guys are all on my active. I just want to show reserve cards or inactive cards. Because I got this guy here, he's a 98. I just want to go down and add these guys in. I'm just going to add in anybody that whose name I might recognize. I've already looked at Tomei. He's not very good. Altuve can only play, this Altuve card at least can only play at second base. McGuire, not very good. This card is not very good. AJ Minter can only play pitcher. So I'll get these gold cards into my Casey Schmidt is actually playing pretty well right now. That card I just got. So I think I'm going to add these guys to my reserve roster. He is what? He is a... Doesn't tell me what he is. Okay, he bats, he throws right. His batting average against balls in play, not really good. He doesn't have much strikeout ability. Got a lot of movement on the ball. Got a low home run rate. I mean, he won't give up a lot of home runs. He's got really good control. But he's only got one pitch. I think I probably already looked at this card. Is anybody hot or cold? Doesn't say. When did I get Dwight Gooden? Here we go. Throws right. I mean, this is almost like a player you'd want to have as a relief pitcher. He just doesn't. He allows players to get the ball and play a lot. Doesn't allow a lot of home runs. Strikes out a lot. Got good movement on the ball. But he allows players to get the ball into play. Where do we end up the season? Well, let's do this. Wins and losses. Logan Gilbert's 13-9. Akisto's 9-1. This is my bullpen, basically. My bullpen is like a 13, 22, and 5. My top 3 in the bullpen. Keep Kotz. Keep Clippard. So he's had a high ERA, high average. High BABIP. And that's in 13 games. Oh, anyway, so that first 6-game losing streak that I had, where I lost 6 games at home, had 4 days off, then lost 6 games on the road to the same team. So I lost 6 games in a row to the same team. I had just added Skubal to my roster, who's my first perfect card. And I had just added Kevin Youkilis, who was like one of the best. I mean, he'd probably wind up in the Hall of Fame. I just added them to the team. And I'm like, I just added them to the team. Made my team a lot better. Now I know my pitcher, Skubal, he doesn't play every game, but Youkilis does. And just Youkilis just started off awful. I mean, I think his batting average for the year was 212. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say a great on base and slugging percentage, but he's just terrible. Got 1 home run. He did get his walks because he's known as the Greek god of walks. But anyways, the point is that I got into a out of the park stream and I explained what was going on, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing." I'm like, "What's a thing?" Well, when you add a new card to your team, like a brand new card, then expect them to not play very well. I'm like, what? I go, yeah, your first perfect card, that's great, but don't expect them to play very well because that's just a thing in the game. New cards, it's called the new card curse or something like that. And I'm like, well, that's not how it should be. There shouldn't be like a malice, on a card. The card should perform based on these things, not on whether you've just added it to your roster or not, or you just got it. It's the game keeps track of how many days you've had this card in your collection, and then it gives you a malice based on those number of days. And they're just like, well, that's what the game does. It's well known, and a lot of people chimed in on it, like, yep, that's a thing. Yep, that's a thing. I'm like, it shouldn't be. It should not be a thing. Yeah, the Greek god of walks. He got 48 walks and what? 254 plate appearances? You're talking about one out of every five plate appearances he's getting walked. But his bat just wasn't there. And he's a good hitter. I mean, you see Void K's here because he walks a lot. But he gets the ball in play. He's got gap power. He's got home run power. And he just wasn't doing it. One home run in 254 plate appearances. So, yeah. But, anyways, that's what they say. They say there is an issue and it's got to be baked into the game. Otherwise, there wouldn't be the issue. It's got to be baked into the game somehow. Let's see. I'm just wondering if I should make a change. I'm wondering if I should make a change. Benson's cold again. So what I've been just deciding to do is to play these guys if they're cold, just play them through their Football Manager has something like that. It affects players differently. If they aren't familiar with their teammates, they might not play as well. Yeah, I get it. That's why this team bonding training option exists. Well, see, in this, now I think that's a thing in the franchise mode of this game, but there's no, at least from the videos I've watched and from the games that I've played, this is like my second season, third season playing this. There's no like way to um, do team bonding or anything like that. So I don't know. Benson. I mean, for me, a pinch hitter, I think you'd rather have them have gap power than home run power. You just want them to come up and get a hit, you know? And so for me, that would probably be Roush against right-handers, and then Weaver, and then McGonigal. Probably no McGonigal first because he's got good numbers all the way through gap power against left-handers, and then Weaver. But then pinch runners, Benson, Weaver, Roush. I guess Roush is okay because he's only three behind Weaver. But against left-handers, McGonigal and Roush. Yeah, McGonigal's first. then Roush, and then pinch runners. Benson, Weaver, Roush, same thing. Okay. So right now, I mean, I've got those. I mean, if you look at my cards, I've got all these diamond cards over here. Louis Tient did not have a good season for us. He lost 5 games. He had 8 saves. I think I already told the story of I got I think 2 diamond packs at some point. Or I was opening a bunch of cards and I got a total of like 4 diamonds or something. And 3 of them were second baseman. Shumpert and Sorrell and Eddie Collins. Yeah, all second basemen. Like 3 out of the 4 cards that I got were second basemen. So I just don't know if I want to bring in. I mean, like Grisenda, he's a left-handed. I don't know if I want to bring him in against. If I want to bring him into the team. I wish it told you if they were left-handed or right-handed here. Petty throws left. He throws left. Okay. So you can see his numbers are better. He's only got 2 pitches, though. I like this. This is nice. But he's got better control. More stamina. I think I'm just going to, I mean, what do? You just let it ride, right? You just let it ride. My pitching, my rotation, you guys should all be at 100% by the time the playoffs start. Excuse me. Excuse me. I mean, if we look at we've won 5 games in a row. So 5-2, 9-1, that's 14-3. 20-8, 24-11, 29-11. So we've outscored our opponents like 3-1 in the last 5 games. So it's like, why mess with stuff, right? Yeah, 5-2, 14-3, 20-6, no, 20-8, 24-11, 29-11. If it's not broken, don't fix it. That's right. I remember playing that on the jukebox when I was a teenager. I've already looked at him, compared them what I got. I just looked at him. I looked at Grisenda. I looked at Gooden. Yeah, the only thing wrong with Gooden, I mean, I don't know if Gooden has a perfect card, but his BABIP is really low. He's going to allow base runners. I might inactivate these cards here. I think I've looked at him also. Compared him with my catcher. My starting catcher, Mitchell Murray. And I probably chose him based on his defensive ratings. Yeah, he's rated much better at catcher. And again, he's been batting pretty well. I mean, against left-handers, against right-handers. Now, so I figured based on last season, you can go in and you can it shows you your records against right-handers, your record against left-handers. And I don't know if this is like across the league or whatever, but we tend to face about 25% of the pitchers that we face are left-handers. And the other 30%, let's see, 2,500 minus 25%. Yeah, the other 30%, the other 75% are right-handers. So, I mean, but again, do I make a change? He is better at catcher. He can play second base. He can play in the outfield. Yeah, he can play at multiple positions. I'm not sure about the other guy. This guy, he can only play catcher. He's definitely got a better bat against what we would need against right-handers. So maybe I should have changed him. I thought I looked at him and I just decided no, Murray's better. This will give me another left-handed bat in the lineup. Yeah, I just don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to mess with anything. I don't want to change anything. Maybe next season I'll run with my I think I am though gonna inactivate these three because I just don't use them. I've already looked at them. Who did I inactivate? Oh, they're already inactive. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 diamond cards that are um on my reserve roster. But see, the thing is that in the playoffs, once the playoffs start, your roster's locked in. You can't make any changes. So, do I like my team? I was going to look at that, right? Do I like my team? So, what was my winning percentage? What was my Pythagorean winning percentage over that time period? 20, what did we determine it was? 29 to 11. I'm going to go out because I was able to look this up. 29 runs scored and 11 runs allowed. $874. Learn complex concepts with AI mode. Not interested. It's using the run squared. So let me find my calculator. Do I have a calculator in here somewhere? How do I pin this? So it's going to be 29. Where's my, okay, 29. Oh, that's why. 29 to raised to the exponent 1.83 close parens divided by this. How many parens do I need? I got 3 plus 2, I think. 29 1.83 close parens plus parens 11 1.83 close parens 54.9. That can't be right. So it says run scored divided by run scored plus runs allowed. Well, let's see if that's what it gives me. 29 2 divided by I might worry about it. Anyways, we scored a lot of runs. We didn't give up a lot of runs. That's the key of the game of baseball. But like I said, I don't think I want to mess with anything. I don't want to try to tweak anything. The guys are playing well. My pitchers are pitching well enough to win games. If we look at the league statistics, as far as pitching goes, We had the lowest CRA in the league. We had the fourth lowest batting average against in the league. We had the sixth lowest whip. How many strikeouts did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth highest strikeouts. We had the we had more walks than normal. We didn't have a lot of home runs. We're not a home run hitting team. It might have been last. Yeah, close to last. We only hit 115 home runs. Like small ball. Sabermetrics. We're small ball. How many runs did we score? Yeah, might be towards the bottom. Yep. 627 runs. That'd be nice to see if these teams are actually in the. These are 27th in runs. It says, this says that they scored. Oh, these are runs given up. What? Home runs against. Based on balls. Oh, this was pitching. Okay, we had our pitchers pitched 97 wins, 66 losses. That's how that was a regular season. Okay. How many saves? We had the most saves in the league. We had the most saves in the league. We had the only 4 less than the most innings pitched. We runs against. Our runs against, like the second fewest in the league. I wonder how our Pythagorean theorem is. It's because of runs scored. We didn't score a lot of runs. Home runs against. Again, we gave up the second fewest home runs. We pitched 477 walks, about 70 more. We had a lot of Ks. Our whip was very low. We had the best, only 11 hundredths of a point off. Best ERA. Best FIP, which I don't even know what this means. Adjusted fielding independent pitching. I don't know if that's the pitcher's fielding. I don't know if we're a great fielding team. Where did I just get all this stuff? Where did I just see all that stuff? I clicked over here. Team pitching stats, right? Oh, just clicking here. These are general stats, I guess. Fielding stats, orbital stats, pitching stats. It's interesting. This says, I just noticed stuff like this. I don't know why. I'm weird. This says runs given up. Come over here. This says runs given up. I thought it said runs against. Maybe I'm weird. Home runs against. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make any changes. I've been tweaking my lineups basically. I think I'm just going to leave them. Got Eddie Collins leading off because he's got great contact, gets the ball into play, can get a so he can get a run. He's got some gap power, not home run power or on either side, but he's fast and he has a knack for stealing bases. Where is he down here? So I got him leading off. I got Craig Reynolds right behind him because Craig's really good at contact up through gap power here. He's okay. And he's got a little bit of speed too. So I'm trying to get Eddie Collins moved along the base paths. I got Johnny Lindell. He's one of my power hitters. So we got him up here. I got Pete Alonso. He is my best power hitter across, I think, both home run power and gap power. He's in batting cleanup. Euclid. The reason I have Euclid in fifth place is because in fifth spot is because I did some research and they said that Euclid later in his career hit in the fifth spot. So and so then here to finish out, I was told that you just sort your players by power and then just line them up. So Anthony and then there's Mitchell Murray. Mitchell Murray should be above Anthony. And then Ossie is down here. Where's AG? So AG should be above Anthony. But you know what? We just won 5 games in a row. I'm not going to mess with it. It's not. Let's see, put McGonagall over here. Let's just submit the team. We'll see what happens. I'm going to come down here to perfect team. Live. Take a look at this. I think I might just leave these the way they were. We'll just go down through those. Liam Hicks is number 60. Does he have a game today? He does. Miami against Washington. First base. He's got a game. Second base. Xavier Edwards has got a game. Third base, Josh Jung. He's what, 63? He's got a game. So what I did is I've gone into Major League Baseball's website and I've just sorted all the players by position and what their OPS plus is. That's their on-base percentage plus slugging percentage. And then I've just put the highest ones in here. So those are basically the players that are hitting the best right now. And so all these players at their positions are one of the top players at their positions, and or I don't own the card. I did crack open some packs. So maybe I'll just go out and look. Let's go to here. MLB. Let's look at stats. And that's all I'm going to look at. Let's go to okay. So first we're going to look at catcher. And again, we're just going down through all the catchers. Let's see. I haven't checked yet. I don't have Langoliers. Don't have Goodman. Baldwin or Hicks. I do have Baldwin. I do have Hicks. Why am I looking under third base? I'm under catcher. Langoliers, no. Goodman, Baldwin. Got Hicks. Okay. We got Liam Hicks in there. We're going to go to first base. Come over here. You can see here Liam Hicks is hitting at a .930 OPS, which is on base plus slugging. The sum of on base percentage and slugging percentage. On base percentage is the rate at which a batter reached base in his plate appearances. And slugging percentage is the rate of total bases per at bat. Okay, so he is fourth in the list, so we're gonna stick with him. First base. This guy, we didn't sort, did we? We sort yet? No. He is actually second, Liam Hicks. So now that we've sorted, we can go down through. I don't think I got any of these cards, but I'll look. Rice, Olsen, Vargas. And Harper. And we have Munetaka. Yeah, Mune. We've got him. So now let's go look at second baseman. So Mune is like fifth in the list of OPS for first baseman. So like second base. Look up Lowe and Turang because I know we have Edwards because he played yesterday. Lowe. Brandon Lowe. Okay. Now what I was doing, and it didn't really work yesterday, but what I was doing is I was trying to find like high percentage possibilities that these players are going to do good. which means that I went in to see, okay, Pittsburgh has a good record. Pittsburgh has a good record, and they were playing against a team that was like 500. And so I thought, or who was it? Miami. Miami was playing against a team. Miami was at home. They were playing against a team that didn't have, there's a lot of teams this year in baseball. Their averages are hovering, their winning percentages are hovering right around 500. I mean, there's just not there's only a handful of like really good teams that cream rises to the top, right? Something like that. Um, and so what I did is I went in and looked at those. I looked at those and I was like, well, you know, this looks pretty reasonable to assume that these guys would play well against because they would hit well against this team. And you saw from my performance, that a lot of them didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He didn't. Of course, Mickey Moniak, I guess he plays for the Rockies, so you wouldn't expect them to do very well. But I mean, some of them did. So let's try a little bit. Let's shake it up a little bit. We got Brandon Lowe. Let's go with Brandon Lowe. At what, second base? Yeah. I'll put him in. Let's see. Third base. Josh Jung is still number 2. He's right behind Max Muncy. I don't have Max Muncy. The Max Muncy that I have is plays for the A's. And he's injured, and I don't think it's the same Max Muncy, or he got traded or something. I don't know. So we're going to go with Young or Jung. Abrams at short. Let's see, shortstop. Yeah, CJ Abrams. He's hitting, his OPS is 941. So he'll stay right there. Left field, Brian Reynolds. Mickey Moniak. I wonder what he did yesterday. He is, but see, here's the thing. Left field. If I go into left field, put in Moniak, he's not there because the game has him in right field. But I can't put him in left field. The game won't let me put him in left field. So I don't know. That's kind of weird. So I have Brian Reynolds, but let me see. Bellinger Green. Bellinger Green, Marsh, Happ. Ward. No, Reynolds. I've got Brian Reynolds. So we keep Brian Reynolds in left field. Who is in center field? Now, see, Major League Baseball has Brandon Marsh in left field, and this has him in center field. So I don't know if it goes by game or by name. So it doesn't matter what position he's in. If he's playing center field, it just goes by his name. Yeah, he played and he did this. But if he's playing out of position, like if this lists him as a left fielder, but he's playing in center field, would he still get credit for what he does? You see, I don't know. That's a question for some chat. So Marsh, they have Marsh listed as a left fielder here. So Pages is actually the best center fielder. Right field. I think probably the way Major League Baseball does it is it has select player pool. They would have to play a certain number of starts in that position. So select player pool, I have qualified players. So qualified players would be players that have played in that position. So right field, Jordan Walker. I don't have Aaron Judge. For Jordan Walker and then Chase DeLauder. So do I have Wood? So Jordan Walker, I have his utility. Chase DeLauder. Chase DeLauder got me no points yesterday. Jordan Walker got me 10 points. Maybe I should switch him up. I do have Mickey Moniak here as a DH. And he got me 0 points yesterday. Maybe because he wasn't playing DH. I mean, I only have in the game, I only have one designated hitter. They said you can play any player in the designated hitter section, but so Walker. Oh, we got to make sure that they come up with Hicks. We know he's got a game today. Murakama, he's got a game. So I have this filter clicked right here that says hides players on teams without a scheduled game. So if I search for them and they don't come up, that means that they don't have a scheduled game. Let's see, Brandon Lowe. Yeah, Brandon Lowe. That's what I want. Not Josh Lowe. Okay. He had a game. Jung has a game. Abrams has a game. Reynolds has a game. Brian Reynolds has a game. Yes. Pages. Yes. DeLauder. Yes. Moniak. Yes. Walker. Jordan Walker. Yep, he has a game. Christian Walker. Yes, he has a game. And then starters. We just want to look at starting pitchers. I really should back Gilbert, right? He's on my perfect team squad. But I want to kind of look at Dodgers and Atlanta. Those two are two of the best teams in baseball right now. So I don't know if I want to pick one. I guess I could pick one or the other of the starters and then just go, well, one team is going to win, one team's going to lose. So you're just kind of playing, one against another. I just don't have a lot of good pitchers from good teams. Both Cardinals and San Diego are playing really well. So I don't want to pick Walker Bueller because St. Louis is a strong team. I don't want to pick Kyle Leahy because San Diego's a strong team. I want to pick teams where one team is noticeably stronger than the other one. And all of these look kind of, except for the Dodgers, Braves, Pirates, and San Francisco. Well, let me go back over here, go back over here. Yeah, so like the Angels in Toronto, Angels have 15 wins, Toronto has 18 wins. They're both like around 500. Same with Athletics in Baltimore, Houston and Cincinnati. There's no like one dominant team in those games. Now Chicago, Texas. Chicago is leading Texas by about what 9 games. They've got their record is about 9 games better. All right, so this was let's go to yesterday. No, let's go to May 10th. Okay. Chicago, Texas. DeGrom. They're playing in Texas. This guy's got a good. He's playing for the Cubs. The Cubs are playing really well. So we're going to pick this guy. And any other teams that have obviously one team is better than the other one. The Athletics have won 4 more than Baltimore. Tampa Bay and Boston. Tampa Bay's won 8 more than Boston has. That's probably going to be the obvious one right there. I don't have any Yankees pitchers. So Tampa Bay, we have a Tampa Bay pitcher for today. I don't think we do we? Let's just look Rays. Nope. I think I just missed my last ad break before this one too. Let's see. Cincinnati, New York. Pittsburgh, San Francisco got about a 7-game lead on them. Chicago, Texas. We already picked the Chicago Cubs pitcher. How about a Pittsburgh pitcher? Do I have a Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher? He's playing today. Bubba Chandler. Good old Bubba Chandler. He's 1-4 with a 4.76 ERA. Ouch. I mean, like right here, St. Louis and San Diego, exact matching records after what 39 games, about a quarter of the way through the season. Just a lot of 500 teams. I mean, Cincinnati, Houston. Cincinnati's got they've won 5 games over. It is in Cincinnati. Abbott is 1 and 2 with a 5.13 ERA. Hmm. The Pittsburgh game is in San Francisco. Looked up Rays already, right? Wow. G. Williams for Cleveland. Guardians. No, I don't have him on my list here. I thought I had him. Williams. No, I guess not. Wait, no. Get that off of there. Maybe I saw him yesterday. This guy's pitching for Cleveland. He's 5 and 2 with a 3.28 ERA and 60 Ks. That's somebody to keep an eye on. Maybe look for their card. I think I'm going to go with the Cincinnati one. Abbott's 1 and 2, got 28 Ks. They're playing in Cincinnati. Abbott, Andrew Abbott. Let's see how he does today. And then relievers, kind of the same thing, but over here on baseball.com, you can actually look at the team, and it will show you their relievers. The upcoming game. No, I don't want this. I want the upcoming game. Oh, here we go. They show me? No, it shows me tickets. I don't want tickets. Where do I see? I saw that yesterday, where it showed you the team and maybe their stats. No. It just highlights. It actually showed you their relief staff and how many pitches they had pitched in the last 3 days. I should have bookmarked that. Roster. Coaches. Let me try Google this. The pitchers history. Pitching recent. Pitching recent Appearances. History. Pitching stat leaders. Who did I pick? What games did I say were going to be? What games did I say were going to be good games? Cubs. The Reds. And see, it doesn't show it. Probable pitchers. And it's got a BetMGM ad. Thanks. Player of the game, you decide. It's got a highlight. Oh, man. Where is... Let me... Well, I'm not sure how to get there, so I guess I'm just going to have to eyeball it. I know I can get there through here. Get there through here. I can just look at okay, I can look at the box score. I can see who pitched for the Cubs. Webb, Roberts. So Cabrera started, Webb and Roberts pitched. We don't need this on. Reliever, closer. Cubs. Webb and Roberts pitched yesterday. Palencia did not. So I wonder when Palencia pitched last. He did not pitch the day before yesterday either. So let's go with Palencia. We already got him in there. And then Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Where do we gotta go again? Go. Tampa Bay. Gotta go to... No, that's not the one I want to look at. I don't want to look at today's. I want to look at yesterday's. Tampa Bay. Oh, it's postponed. Okay. Well, let's go with, we'll just leave Casey Longamina in there. Okay, so for our team this year, today, it's got to be posted. Got 1 hour to post it. So we got Liam Hickson catcher. First is Murakami. Second, we got Lowe, Young at third, Abrams at shortstop, Reynolds, Pages, DeLauder in the outfield, and Moniak as the DH. Got two utility players, Jordan Walker and Christian Walker, the Walker boys. Starting, we got Jameson Talon starting for the Cubs, Andrew Abbott for the Reds, and then we have relievers Daniel Palencia and Casey Legumina. Legumina. All right, so we've been selling some cards, which is nice. We sold like a $300 per points card. I call them money. 300 cents, $300. It's like dollars. I mean, it's in the shape of a coin, right? It's money. I did want to look at a couple of collection missions just to see what's going on with these. I think I might have completed a couple overnight, maybe. I might be able to complete one of these for 300 points. And I get a Ken Anderson card. And a silver pack. So is Harrison Bader? Let's see if I completed it. I did. I've completed a mission. I got another pack. Maybe I'm going to get a perfect card in there that I can add into my team and screw everything up because I'm rocking the boat. 19 of 20 of 24. I get two perfect packs and an artifact card. Too rich for my blood. I might just end it here. I need two cards to get an 81 Eddie Yost. Yeah, I mean, I could. Looks like I could complete this mission for not too much. So we're going to go to this guy and we're going to Taj Bradley. Let's see if we can complete this mission first. We did complete it. Let's go to my card orders and we're going to cancel all buy orders. Yes. I don't know how that works because what happens is if you click on a card and you want to buy it, I'd love to get this 97. And it comes with what? Does it come with a diamond pack? I'd love to get that 97. I think it comes with a diamond pack also. I need two cards. And they're very pricey. But I think if I click on buy now, it says this is the lowest sell order. But I don't know if this is up to date. Because if I click on buy now, and this is like the lowest sell order is now 1260, it just puts me into the queue to buy it at the current low sell order, which I don't necessarily want to do. I want to buy it at 1250. But if it puts you into a queue for that, that's why I always go in after. And I always go in afterwards and I my card orders and I cancel all buy orders, which kind of is, it's not great. It's not ideal because I have to remember the person's name because, yeah, see, this is the current high. This is the current low. Sell order, high buy order, sell, low sell order. But I'd like to get that 97 card. So I need 4 cards to get 2 packs. And again, it's too expensive. 13 of 14 to get 2 silvers. Silver packs cost 2,000 perfect points. So this would be worth 4,000 to me, but I'm not going to spend 3,900 just to save 100 perfect points. I think I might just check a couple of more. Couple more right-handers. I need, I get an artifact pack and 2 standard packs. I need to buy 2 cards. Yeah. I've had this one on actually a buy order for it, and I just canceled it. I don't want to wait around too long for it. Because when you select a buy order, say you select a buy order and you're like willing to offer $300 to buy a card, and it goes into the card shop as, yeah, I got that buy order, it comes out of your cash. So it's a historical pack. Yeah, see these prices. Now this is a new edition because the only edition that this one is, the only card that's been in here over the last few days is the Hoyt Wilhelm. So this is a new card that's been added in. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I leave those for the whales. Because there's a lot of whales in this game. Did I just look at this? I just looked at this, yeah. Live level 2, the Colorado Rockies. I need 4 cards. I'd be willing to buy these 2 if there was a couple more cards that I could buy, but I'd rather just look for ones that I can complete. I need 4 cards here for 2 gold packs. 2 gold packs. Let's see what happens if I go up here and click on sell price. I might be worth 2 gold packs. See, the last 10 price, the average price of the last 10 cards of this sold 241. I don't mind paying 9 more than the last average price. These are a little steeper. But you know what? It would get me 2 gold packs. And we got an ad break. I'll wait till the ad break comes back. So we got 2 gold packs. We did not. I still need 1 card. So I don't know why it does that either. It gives you a list of cards that you can buy. And I already have it over here set to, I already have it set to hide cards that I already own. So it shouldn't be showing me any cards that I own. And I bought 4 cards. Pretty sure I bought 4 cards. Let's go into history. Yeah, I bought 3 cards. Do I have any cards in my buy queue? I know I'm in an ad break. As soon as the ad break's over, I'm going to shut down because my daughter's awake upstairs. It's 20 after 8. Let me see if I can complete this last mission and open up these packs. I got 2 gold packs if I just spend another 600 gold. I might have overpaid for it. I don't know. Okay. Let's open up these packs and then that'll be it. Okay, I got standard packs. Jose Trevino, I get nothing. Next one is a silver pack. Can I get a diamond? I can get a silver. Can I get a diamond? I get a silver and a gold. Can I get a diamond and a perfect? I can get a silver and a gold. Oh, there's Max. There's the real Max Muncy. There's the real Max Muncy. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go out here into our PT Live, and we're gonna find the real Max Muncy. Let's see. No, he's third base, right? Yeah, Los Angeles Dodgers, filter teams that have games today. He is third base, and he is one ahead of Josh Young on the list. All positions, third base. Yeah, Max Muncy has got a 16-point lead over Josh Young on the OPS. But it is the Dodgers against the Braves. The Texans or the Rangers. The Rangers are playing Chicago Cubs. So it's kind of 6-1, half dozen of the other. We'll put Muncy and see how he does. So now I do have Max Muncy, so I can play him at third base here. Now, how many cards do I have? The rules are you get to have, you may use up to 5 diamond cards, or you may use up to 2 perfect cards, 3 diamond cards, and 4 gold cards. However, lower cards may be substituted for higher spots. So, for example, I don't have any perfect cards, although I do have one that I'll be able to play at some point. So I don't have any perfect cards. Let's see, where's Toll? Is he playing today? He is pitching today. No, who's the other guy? Screwball. He's my perfect card. The Tigers against Kansas City. Maybe I want to start him. Tigers are 18 and 22. Kansas City is 19 and 21. And it doesn't show that he's starting today. Oh, he's injured. So yeah, how many cards do I have? I don't have any diamonds and I don't have any perfects. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 gold, which is what I'm allowed in the basic rules anyways. So, okay, that's good. All right, boys, this is it. Playoffs. This is what we play all season for, 162 games. Let's go out and have a good time. Let's have some fun. And do well. Now I do have Luzardo as a starter, Bizardos, May as a starter, Jesse Petty's a starter. So I got 2 left-handed starters. May's a right-handed starter. So if these guys get into trouble, if one of these guys gets into trouble over here, I can pull somebody out and move them over here. I think I can do that. I can't take anybody off my reserve roster and do that, but I can move them between. I can move them between my rotation and my bullpen. All right, so let's go here. Let's go back here. That's going to do it for me, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. It's an interesting game. And it's interesting. It's, I guess when I went into that group yesterday and mentioned the 2 6-game losing streaks, they're just like RNG. Baseball has the real game of baseball has a lot of RNG in it. So, but we wound up winning the league. So, close this. Close this. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. I got to go get my daughter out of bed and start some breakfast and stuff like that. So, thanks for watching. Wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. So I'm talking about the Lord of glory. I'm talking about the God of creation, Genesis chapter 1. I'm talking about Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That's what I'm talking about. So put your trust in him, and he will direct your paths. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Blessed, for being here. It was a wild one, I tell you, all year long, back and forth, back and forth. They won. They led by a couple of games, and I led by a couple of games. It was crazy. Yeah, you're welcome, Blessed. Thanks for the coming in, and everybody who I know. I'm not sure how to read all these metrics and stuff on the Twitch stream summary, but a lot of times it says I have 10, 15 unique viewers. You're not in chat. That's fine. I don't mind that at all. But I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to see you, but I know there's people that just want to remain anonymous, and that's fine with me. But and it might be that there's people that come into the chat. I don't know. People that come into the chat, they try to chat, but they don't meet the parameters of you have to have followed my stream for like a half an hour. You have to do this or that. But I just have those controls on there because when I first started streaming, I got lots of spam. People coming and just spamming stuff in my stream. So I put those controls on there. But yeah, so thanks for watching. And VODs are available here for like a couple of weeks. And then VODs are up on YouTube. And so thanks for watching. And I appreciate it. Let's see. I don't know what this was. I'm just looking now at my YouTube stream. I don't know if it was, hopefully it was live the whole time. YouTube's kind of weird, honestly. Anyways, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks, Blessed, for being here. And I hope you have a great day and a blessed day. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.